Welcome back to the Art Room with Mrs. Hallowell. This is Lesson 5 International Week. This week we're going to look at art from around the world. Our lesson is called What's Your Name? And today we're going to write our name in a different style. It's going to be very exciting. Hopefully you've read the book, whoever you are. And this book is about people around the world living in different places and experiencing different cultures, but all having one thing in common, being human. We all have a name, and today we're going to celebrate it. The learning intention is to explore and expand our knowledge of the world and communicate in different fonts. That just means the writing style will look different. We're going to show some symmetry in our work. We're going to add line to our work to create pattern all the way around it. So what is symmetry? Symmetry is when you can cut an object all the way in half and it's the same on both sides. We're not actually cutting our letters of our name in half, we're actually reflecting on them on a line of symmetry, just like your shadow is a reflection or a reflection in the water of buildings across a river. See the two love hearts below? That the top love heart's been reflected underneath, just like your shadow if you're playing in the sunshine. What you'll need today is some paper. You'll need a paper towel with some water, or I just used a wet wipe. You can use water-soluble textures, and then afterwards you can use pencils or any colouring equipment you've got at home. The element of art that we're looking at today is line, because we're doing drawing, and then we're going to go around our name using different lines, and we're going to make them squiggly. This is the name Maria, and it's been reflected in a line of symmetry. Can you see the line down the centre? This has been covered with lines, and sometimes if you put it on its side, sometimes it looks like a little person looking at you with eyes and a nose and a mouth or a moustache. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to do our names, reflect them and colour around them with lots of different lines. I've done this with my name. I wrote Josie at the top and I reflected it at the bottom, and then I did lots of lines around it with texture. I coloured all the lines in with pencil so I didn't leave any white spaces. Actually, if you turn my name around, mine looks like two eyes with a moustache and some big eyebrows. Now here's some artwork from around the world. This is a rug from North America. You can see that there are plenty of lines of symmetry in this rug. Rugs and other things are forms of artwork. It's not just paintings on the wall. This picture is painted onto material. It's from India, it's a sari, and you can see the pattern here. There's lots of lines of symmetry here too. This is a painting on bricks in Spain, and it's like a dragon, and you can see the eyes and everything, just like what we're going to do in our pictures. And this is tiles from Israel. There's plenty of lines of symmetry in these patterns. Let's get on with the lesson and watch what we have to do. As always, I've got all of your pictures, or my pictures, just to remind me what we did last week. So I know lots and lots of you are sending me your pictures and watching the videos. So just remember, next week is assessment week, so there will be a lesson on here, but it won't be a massive lesson, it will just be a directed drawing lesson. So, as soon as you've done your assessment, you can come over. So this week I've got all my stuff ready. If you read wherever you are, then you'll know that we're focusing on people around the world all being different but all being the same. So at the moment some people are in lockdown, at the moment some people are living in summer, at the moment some people live in winter, but we're all the same all over the world, and we all have a name, and we're going to draw our name today. And I noticed that the borders in the book all have a line of symmetry, so they're the same on both sides. So we've all got different names in different cultures and different countries, and today we're going to celebrate our name. So what you'll need is you'll need to have some paper and something to colour in with. I've got some baby wipes, but you might just have a piece of tissue or paper towel. We're just going to do a little bit of wetting on the paper. You might have to wait for it to dry. So we're going to make our names with a line of symmetry. So that just means that whatever we do up here, it's repeated at the bottom. So I've done my name in capital letters because I realised that some people's name, if you have a lowercase letter and it goes below the line of symmetry, it's going to be really hard for you to actually do your name in lowercase. So for some, well, it's upside down. For some people, if you have a Y or a P in your name, if you have a letter in your name that goes below the line of symmetry, you're going to need to think about changing your name into capital letters. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Just need to take one piece of paper, fold it in half. You might need to get some help with the folding. Down the line here in the centre, this is what we're going to call the line of symmetry. So if your name is got a P in it, like Capri, the P is going to go below the line of symmetry, and so that's not really going to work. So if your name has a P or a Y, so if you've got the name Neverly or Maya or Robin, Ayla, Josephine, let's think, Rainey, Deeha, Randy and Cheyenne, Marley Lee, Mikey and Taylor and Flynn, all those names with Y's, like Zayden or Indigo, you're going to need to think about doing your name in capital letters. So if I just do Capri's name, then all of the letters go above the line. Okay. Oh, the other thing I meant to say was try and get your letters all the way down to the line. Sorry, Capri. So that they're touching this line down here. So Cooper, you've got a P. Macy, you've got a Y. Freya's got a Y. Essay's got a Y. Bria's got a Y. Those people are going to need to think about doing it in capital letters. So I'm just going to start again. So you can do it in uppercase or lowercase. And I forgot about writing right on this line. So right on this line is where I want to write. So let's say I want to write Cooper. I'm going to go in capital letters. I'm going to try and put it all on the line. It's all touching the line. Now, how do you write that part underneath Cooper? How do you get the part that is like a mirror image on that line of symmetry? Some people will be able to write their name at the bottom, and I can't do that. It's quite hard for me. So I'm going to grab my texters. I'm actually going to use the black one because we can outline with all the other colours later. So let's say I was doing Cooper's name. Go over the top of Cooper's name. And then I'm going to take a baby wipe. I'm using a baby wipe because it's not very wet. So if you have a tissue or a piece of paper towel, it mustn't be dripping. All I'm going to do is I'm going to wash this part of the paper. Then I'm going to fold the paper over. I'm not going to get the perfect image, but I'm going to be able to see the name Cooper. There we go. You can just see the outline of Cooper's name. If you get it too wet, it's just going to be a big mess. Now you might need to wait for this to dry for a little while. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to try and get my letters to touch. And there I've got the mirror image of Cooper's name. Now if you don't get it completely central, you can always trim your paper up if you want to, so that it's really central. Now, how are we going to make the letters stand out? Some people are good at doing bubble writing, some people are not. It's up to you what you want to do. I just like to just draw a bubble around the letters. So by that I just mean draw around them. For the O, I just get to do the donut hole in the middle. So just draw around, bubble bubble, in the hole. Don't worry if they touch each other. Some letters need to have that hole in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to bubble around these ones too. And then I have got symmetry. Okay, now I've just got to colour all the letters in black. You'll see now that I've coloured Cooper's name in that you can still see his name, but it starts to take on a slightly different look. You could put it this way and it might look like eyes with a crown, face, a smile. You could put it this way, it might look like hair and eyes and maybe a moustache. So it's starting to look like an actual work of art. Now all I do now is I take the fun colours, so I haven't used brown and black, but I'm using some of the fun colours. And then we're going to experiment with line. I'm just going to do a solid line, but if you want to do a patterned line, you can. So if you wanted to do little dashes all the way around your picture, it's hard to see. Here's the thing, it's perfect. I just wanted to do a dashed line all the way around. You can certainly do that. I'm just going to do a straight line. I'm just going to outline the whole of Cooper's name. I'm going to leave the centre part for later, and then when I've got any gaps, I can choose what I want to do. Each time I'm going to do the line, I'm going to just do it in a different colour. And I think that this is going to make Cooper's name really stand out. So I've created a pattern all the way around. When I did my name, I coloured in all the white spaces using crayon or pencil, just because I didn't want to have any white. You'll see that your line starts to have lots of curves. It's really beautiful. You can use whatever colours you want to. So if you just want to use your favourite colours, you can. If you want to make a rainbow around the outside, you can. You've got to follow all those lines, and then when it goes off the page, then you just stop. You can carry on doing this for as long as you like. Now because it's a pattern, I've gone light blue, light green, dark green, yellow. So my first colour was light. So then I can start to add a pattern just inside all the gaps. Because I did Cooper's name in black, it stands out. You could put this on your door at home so that everyone knows that's your room. So you keep going until you've filled in all of the gaps. I'm going to stop at that point because it looks amazing. You'll find that adding the lines really makes the black colour pop. So today we were looking at countries around the world, how they sometimes use symmetry in their art. We've used symmetry in our art, and we've created a symmetrical name which we could quite easily put up on our door. So I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson. Don't forget, next week it's assessment week, so there'll be a questionnaire on your Google slide from your classroom teacher, but then there'll be a directed drawing lesson across here. So if you get time to do the lesson across here, you can do it. As always, send me your amazing pictures and I'll put them on my webpage, and I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.